with the intention of booking jobs together or with the intention of being friendly, but like be sincere in your friendships. Like, and if your friendships are like, hey, I'm looking for work, need an assistant, like be sincere in it. And I feel like there's so much business out there to keep all of us fed and our bank accounts fat and happy, that if you can just like be mindful of the way you like associate in the industry, like those opportunities will come to you. Like this job for me, honestly, was a word of mouth opportunity, and I've never been happier like working for all of you guys. So like you can make professional friends that can become personal friends, or we can never hang out again, but I'll still call her every day when I need a makeup artist. If I don't want to do it, because sometimes I'm like, I just want to do the hair, or I just want to do the makeup, or whatever it is.
Trying to figure out the focus.
She's great. You guys love her.
Thanks.
Are you good?
There we go. Okay. It's like we were. Can everybody see we were out of focus? I'm streaming on YouTube, but still shout out. What if you have questions? Give me
on streaming. We'll put up on here.
Yeah, but will there be an echo?
You just.
I'll put on mute.
Okay.
Joy is a psycho.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll make sure that I put all of my questions in the chat. If you want to pump up your chairs to like see above everything, you're welcome to. G is like me, you just like to talk a lot.
Yes.
So if you have a question, like raise your hand. If it's quiet, just shout it out. Like this isn't meant to be like a demo, it's meant to be like a conversation. So please like participate. Take notes, take pictures, like whatever.
Also, my kid is a work in progress. I feel like that's kind of how it is with like as you work, even hair kit, makeup kit, nail, whatever it is, like it's always a work in progress. I feel like I'm always looking to grow and change and find like what works for me. So that's so funny that. Okay. There's like lots of things going on right now. Okay.
Multiple realities.
So, hi YouTube. Hi guys. What was I gonna say? Oh, Jessica? Yes. Yes. Okay. I wasn't sure if you said Jess or Jessica. Jessica. I'm Jeannie. No allergies. It's the first thing I always ask. I use this because I can't chew gum, but you'll know that sometimes people sit in your chair and they have really stinky breath. So I always try to not be that person who's the artist who has the stinky breath. So, yeah, we're gonna start with you have beautiful skin, no allergies. I'm gonna sanitize my hands and let's get this started. I think I've been really feeling kind of, and for lack of a better term, like ethereal, kind of sparkly, pretty kind of bridal makeup. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Do you have any preferences?
No.
Okay, amazing. Sometimes I ask, but then today I was like, I think I want to do something that I'm feeling like doing. So, you're my bride, but you're my bride, okay? This is the spray.
Okay.
I was telling them, for those of you who weren't in here earlier, I did a shoot. I'm just looking for skincare as I'm talking. I did a shoot with a lovely woman, Karen. Shout out to Karen, aka Black Visual Queen. And she's oily and she sweats a lot. And we were in an LA studio for 2 days. It was 80 degrees. I don't use primers. I hate primers. I don't use them. I hate them because I feel like all they do is add extra texture to the skin. And I usually fight against them. Like they either like build whatever. So I use like setting sprays. I prep the skin. That's kind of like what my philosophy is. But she had the one size no sweat. I'm just going to cleanse her really quick. She had the one size no sweat primer. She was like, I got this at Sephora. Let me just see. I used it. You guys, her makeup did not budge. It was bulletproof. It did not crease. It did not break down. And I'm telling you, it was legitimately 80 degrees in that studio for 2 straight days. I took a picture of her. I'll show you all later at 6 p.m. on the second day. She looks flawless. Like I was like, what is this sorcery? So highly recommend that. Shout out to you, Patrick Starr. I know you're not watching, but so it was amazing. And I used the one size, I used this on top of it to set the makeup. And it was like, she kept calling me over. She's like, I'm sweating. And I was like, you're not sweating through your makeup. Like you must be sweating down here, because she was literally sweating on her neck because it wasn't breaking through on her face. Like it sort of was like where her glasses were, but that was it. I was like, this is sorcery. Like it was crazy. So Highly recommend that if you haven't tried it.
What are you using as your cleanser?
Micellar Bioderma micellar water. And these are from the Clean Skin Club. I just found them on. I use their face towels like to wash my face. They're made from cellulose, I think. So I think they're better for the environment. And I think that's what it is, or bamboo, one of those. But they have these little cotton rounds, and I just thought I'd try them. And I like having an option in my kit. And I was using reusable, but there's just something about reusable cotton rounds. It just didn't feel quite sanitary to me. I was like, let me like take the hit here and use something that I'm going to throw away, because that's just like in like the idea of being sanitary and all that stuff. That's one of the reasons I am not a licensed cosmetologist, full disclosure, but I did go to school. And the reason I went to school is because I wanted to learn sanitation. That was like the big thing for me. I was like, I don't want to be a dirty artist, you know? I want to be clean. So clean skin right now, trash here. And then, are you sensitive?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay, this is made for sensitive skin, so we'll just see. I'll do it on one. But these are the First Aid Radiance pads. These are really great. They're made for sensitive skin, but there's hardly a makeup I don't do without them. They just lightly exfoliate. There's a little bit of lemon peel in here, or lemon balm, one of those. And I just find that these really help, because I don't know if any of you guys, if you've ever been doing makeup. How's that feel?
Yeah, that's
Good? Okay, good. It's like, I feel like if you were really sensitive, you'd know immediately. But this just lightly exfoliates, but it gets any like dead skin. Because there's been times I've been doing makeup and then it starts to separate like on the nose. And then, you have that panic moment where it's like, oh shit, what do I do? And you're like tapping and you're trying to like not disturb the texture. And it's just, so I was like, how do I make sure that doesn't happen? And then this is a really nice way. And it's not an actual exfoliation. It's more of a chemical. So it's more gentle. She has great skin. It's half the battle. Having great skin. Okay. So yeah, and there's like stuff comes up. So satisfying. I love looking at that. Is that weird? Sorry.
So that's good to do before makeup.
I like to do it. I always do it to prep the skin. Everything's packed so tightly in here.
This is why you're showing.
There we go. Okay. This is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I love this. I have one on my bedside table, so I use it every night, and it's just the best. I use it, I go through it, and then I buy something else, and I always go back to it. It's just really soothing. It's like a little pillow on the lips. Yeah, shout them out.
Jenny, question. Do you get brands that send you like their new Laneige, what is it?
Be really nice if Laneige would send me some products. Can you please send me some? She's actually asking about it. No, sometimes I do. I am on Shop My Shelf, and I've been very, very lucky that I've been able to have that as like an affiliate. And the higher you get, like in the tiers or whatever, the more stuff that you get. Like, so I've gotten some stuff sent through there, which is really, really great. The dream is to have like a paid collaboration, just like with the brands that I love, because that's, like, I feel like that's the dream. Like, pay me to talk about the things that I love. Sure. Great. They haven't sent me anything, but I do love a lot of their stuff. And I also I got this off Amazon, but they don't sell it here in the States. Everything is packed so well. Come on. There we go. This is like a finishing powder. This is also Laneige. This is gorgeous. For the very last step. And it just kind of like gives you that soft focus. Really, really nice.
Would you use that lip prep even if you're going to do like a matte lipstick?
Yep. I would actually definitely use this as prep for a matte lipstick, because you want to make sure the lips are hydrated, because we don't want them scaly or chapped.
Okay.
And I always try to scrape my creams whenever I can. If it's mine, obviously I won't, but I either work off the sanitized back of my hand. I do have, let me grab my palette. I do have a stainless steel palette as well, which I will sanitize. But sometimes products are just better when they're warmed up on your skin first. Like cheap products, especially. That's kind of my personal philosophy. Sometimes foundation as well, but Anyway, okay, so brows. I like to just kind of start with brows first because they're the frameworks of the face, and it just kind of gives me an idea. I don't know, it's like you're building a look, right? So this is the beginning of building the look. She has these really cute little brows. I love them. These are what my brows used to look like when I was younger. Do you fill them in?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
You just keep them natural? I love it.
yeah, thank you. I do like shave them down with a facial razor.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're so cute. And I'm like, I love a big fat brow, but they're it's a look, which I love. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry. This is the Got to Be. I got this in Germany when I was there. I'm not bragging, sorry. Just like, you can't really get it. You can't buy it here. You can get it on Amazon. But the Got to Be, that yellow hairspray, like stuff that like does not move. Like this is kind of the same idea, but it's just in an eyebrow gel. It's pretty good. NYX brow glue has my heart though, forever. And yes, so good, so good. Sorry, it's not as good as Anastasia is not as good. I'm sorry. The brow freeze was like my jam for so long, and because I like to like create a brow, like I brush them up and whatever. I love a big fat juicy brow, even though I'm like a little obsessed with these too. And sorry, I'm getting off track. Yeah, and then but NYX brow glue is in clear is like that stuff doesn't move. And if you set your brows with setting spray, that also helps them not move, because I sweat when I work, and I know like the telltales when my brows fall. But if I use the brow glue and I set them, they stay, which is great. Sometimes I do that on a wedding day for a bride too. But this is the Thrive Cosmetics brow pencil. I usually use brow pens, but I do have brow pencils in my kit, especially like for a thinner brow like this. I kind of want to give it just a little bit of volume throughout like that, like nothing really crazy. But she has that shape there already. Brows are really personal. I've had brides who, I had a bride who had literally had tadpole brows. They were thick and then they swooped real skinny like this. It was her thing. Oh, that's fun. Sorry about the ads. Yeah, so she like did her own brows. She loved them. So I did her whole face, and then she went and she did her brows. And I was like, okay, girl, don't send me pictures. I was like, I don't want anyone to be thinking that I did those brows, but she loved it. She was so happy. I was like, great. Like, that's what matters, right? So one thing, brows are very, very personal. But yeah, this is from Thrive Cosmetics. I've worked with them too. They're really great. I love their mascara. It's a tubing mascara. If you've never tried tubing mascara, it's like a game changer, because I have deep set eyes, so I usually have transfer on my lids from, I mean, mascaras have gotten better in the last couple of years too, but.
Do you recommend one that will not like
budge?
Yeah.
Like waterproof or not? I have the Max Factor one in my kit, which is waterproof. The YSL Lash Clash, even the regular formula on that is hard to get off. So the waterproof is like, it's an investment, but I'm actually wearing the regular Lash Clash today. But it's really black. Excuse me. And it doesn't budge. How's she looking? Sometimes I try to get to where I can not step in front of the model, but sometimes you just need that perspective. Okay. I usually do brows before skincare as well, just because I like to get them set. Something I've also been toying with is like not using moisturizers, but just using like essences and like toners as moisturizers to see like how that works under makeup. It's interesting. I'm actually just going to use a serum today, I think, and see how your skin does.
What serum is it?
This is the Merit Serum, the Instant Glow, because honestly, on a wedding day, you do not want to be using vitamin C, hyaluronic, serum, moisturizer, sunscreen, primer, and then foundation. Like, what hope is that makeup even going to have of lasting, right? Like, there's something that's kind of maybe polarizing in that sense of I don't use sunscreen on wedding days because, and most of it is because you will more than likely get flashback, like kickback on the flash usually. Like even if it says it's sheer, even if it says it's whatever.
What if the foundation has it in it?
I would recommend not using it.
Yeah.
But if you're only doing natural light photography, then you should be fine. But like when it gets dark out, you know, and the photographer has to use a flash, it's like, I don't want my brides or any of my clients being floating heads. And then also with my personal philosophy, you can match to the face, but 9 times out of 10, the face is lighter than the neck because we exfoliate our face, we wash our face, match to here. Because then you get that cohesive, that more cohesive look. And I also know that like, for deeper skin tones, a lot of times what can happen, it's like dripping out of my hand, is like down here, you can be like more like red undertone and you can even be more olive here or like vice versa or yellow or whatever. So what I try to do is I try to split the difference and try to find like, because a lot of times what can happen is it's still like floating head and then even here, like matching the undertone, trying to do that as best as you can. So then everything just looks cohesive. Okay, so this is just the serum. This is looking really good. Feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Tasha has that new Milk Glow serum that's supposed to like be similar to the moisturizer but lighter.
Yeah.
So I want to try that.
I know, I really want to try that too. I have one it's called Numbuzzin. It's from Korea, and it's the number 4, the hydrating toner that I've been using. I used that today, and I really like it. I just did like 2 layers of it, and I went like right under my eyes, and I was like, oh, I think I like this. I mean, I'm always going to love moisturizer for skin prep, but it's just kind of a nice alternative to think about if it's hot, and you still want the skin to be really plump and like hydrated, but you don't want that like extra layer that a really hydrating moisturizer gives you.
So is that like a hydrating serum? Like what
This one is, yeah. It's called Instant Glow, but it does hydrate the skin. And this is a clean beauty brand too. They sell that at Sephora. They sent that to me. I'm very lucky they sent that to me. Excuse me. But okay, we're just gonna let. I usually start with eyes first anyway when it comes to bridal. One of the reasons being is that we're letting all the skincare get really happy. And like the longer you let your skincare sit before you do your foundation, personal philosophy, I feel the better. It just looks better. The makeup just sits better because the skin's ready. Like by the time you get to foundation. So let's do a little bit of concealer. This is the Tower 28 concealer. I love these. I feel like this is deeper. That is deeper. I don't want that. I feel like this is the clean version of NARS in the sense that it gives you that same kind of gorgeous coverage that the NARS Radiant Creamy does, but it's like a clean formula. And with this, it resists creasing, which I also love. And it sets really well.
Do you like Laura Mercier?
The concealer, I do like that concealer as well. I use I used to have it in my kit. I just, you know, I'm like a 5-year-old. It's like the new thing, right? Like I was like, I had that and I used it. I was like, okay, not something new, you know? So, but I do like that one. I haven't used it in a while though.
And what do you mean by like cleaner formula, like less chemicals or?
Yeah, basically just because it's a clean brand. I feel like that can just kind of encompass
I think it's like
a lot of things.
sulfate free. They have like because the clean makeup list at Sephora is like Sephora's version of what ingredients the makeup doesn't have inside of it. Let me look it up.
Did you mix powder with that?
No, I didn't. Sorry, I was going to tell you this is just concealer. I like to prep the lids with concealer because it helps to color correct. I'm not a huge fan of eye primers just because sometimes I find things can stick to them. Like I know that's their job, but I find sometimes it just doesn't blend out the way I want it to. I have a little of the RCMA no color powder in here, and I'm just gonna set it. I like to usually set one eye at a time, just depends.
What if you're gonna wear like a cream shadow?
I would still prep. Yeah.
Still prep and then set?
Unless you're doing the cream shadow all the way up.
Because I wanted the cream shadow to be like, glowy.
Like on the lid or all over?
Like how yours is, like on the lid.
Oh yeah, then I would still, even today I
With the
use,
powder?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just feel like it just creates a really good base.
Yeah.
For the eyeshadow, longevity, we're thinking about it's a long day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes even what I will do, if it's really, really hot, like if I'm not staying with my bride and it's really, really hot, I will just like do sporadic layers of setting spray, like as I go through some steps.
Got it.
Because it just helps everything, like it just seals everything, right?
So even though you had glittery on today, you still set it with a clear powder on your eyes?
The concealer, yeah.
Oh, the concealer, but not the glitter on top.
No.
Okay.
I actually use, I think I might use it today. I use on my eyelids, I used one of these, the Urban Decay. They're really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go really shimmery. Let's go fun. Why not? Okay.
I asked you about your powder puff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, these are from Amazon.
Okay.
You can get like 10 or 12 of them or 15 of them in a pack. They're great, but this helps me because then I can set my hand on the face, and then especially when I'm doing the lip at the very end, like when her face is done, I can set my hand here and keep everything really steady. Yeah. I learned that from I think maybe I don't know if I saw one of the pros do it, and I was like, that's so genius. Okay, these aren't really made anymore, unfortunately. Actually, no, let's do this first. Sorry, I forgot to do eye cream. It's because I'm talking. This is the Naturium Vitamin Bright. It's got a little bit of color correcting in it, but sometimes I'll do eye masks for my brides too, but I just forgot to bring some. Look up for me. So we're just gonna do a little bit of eye cream right here. And another thing this will do is this will catch any fallout, and then we can clean up afterwards, and the area is still really hydrated because that's what you want. You don't want too much hydration, obviously, because you don't want the concealer to completely slide off, but we also want to make sure that area is really hydrated. And this is just stuff that, like, as you learn products, as you learn your kit, it just like comes with, sometimes I'll try something and I'm like, just gonna see how this goes, like just gotta see what happens. And a lot of times I will test it on myself too, like first just to see how it works. But all right, these are the Dior, I think the no powder powders. Yeah, Face and Body. They don't really make these anymore, and I had them in my little desk area with my stuff, and I was like, wait, what if I use these as eyeshadows? And they're great as eyeshadows. And now I'm really upset that they don't make them anymore. I'm like, well, once I use this, it's gonna be gone. As I throw things.
Don't kill it.
I know, right? Don't kill it. And another one we're gonna use too is Makeup by Mario Master Mats. This is so good. Highly recommend for if you're looking to build out your pro kit, warm neutral palette, cool neutral palette, and then shimmers. That will get you through pretty much everything, at least in the beginning. And then if you want to obviously expand with shades and things like that, but a warm neutral palette and a cool neutral palette will neutral mattes, sorry. This isn't totally matte because it's like that kind of dimensional powder, but it's just really, really soft. This is a little light. You can't really see it unless you go up close, but I'm not doing too complicated of an eye today, but one of the ways that I find that I can make it interesting is doing really thin layers and kind of building it up. That also makes it look a little bit more seamless. I'm taking just the next deeper one. This was 3, this is 4. And then we're going to go in with the Mario palette too, just with the same brush.
So Makeup by Mario, if you go direct onto his website, does a pro discount.
Yeah.
I believe he also does a student discount.
Okay.
So.
Does he?
I believe so.
Awesome.
I'll double check. I know he has a pro discount, but he's an artist, so it's artistry makeup, not just profit searching makeup. So he makes things with intentions, right? So you have your multiple, like the different colors. The packaging is like, it's pretty like hardy. It's almost kind of heavy, but I feel like when you're in a kit like this and you're traveling, it's not gonna, it's not gonna like break super easily. Like it's meant to like last. It's meant to be durable.
Okay. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let me try this one. It's a little more cool toned. Just kind of creating, this is like one of the things I love to do. Open your eyes. Like she's a little hooded here, but it's like nothing crazy, but just kind of creating dimension on the outer third of the eye. I've noticed most people have hooded or deep set eyes, or even like a monolid. And that's one of the ways that you can create like dimension from afar is by sort of contouring like the outer third of the eye. And a lot of times I'll extend that too. We're gonna do a little bit of underpainting as well. You'll see, but just to give you an idea of like where my brain's at. So we just kind of do that. Circular motions, open. And you can always build. That's what a trial is for. I take my time during the trial.
I noticed you looked in the back. Would you suggest when you're doing makeup, like having in front of a mirror so you can get the different?
You can if you want to step behind the person. The thing with the mirror is that the bride's going to be looking at herself the whole time. And yeah.
Okay.
And especially if you're doing a smoky eye, with smoky eyes, they tend to look worse before they look better. You know, when you're like building it, you're like, okay, just trust the process. It's going to come together. It's going to come together. And then it does come together, but you don't want anyone seeing like the middle of that. I would just say with like when you're doing the actual trial, this is what you're going to be doing, right? So you're going to be like right in front of her. Sorry. But so you'll be able to see, like, I can actually see like that's becoming a really nice little shadow right here. So here. And that's what I want. And again, that's just like creating that dimension on the outer third of the eye.
What do you charge for your trials?
Depends.
So it's like, if I want like full glam.
I would say for trials, it's the trial gets factored into, I have a package. So that's always more. And if you want to do like I'm just throwing this number out here, like say you want to do like 500 for the trial, 500 for the day of. If you want to do it like that, the package helps with not blanketing everything together, but just sort of like 6 people for this amount, including the bride. Like bride plus 5 is this amount. They can break it down in their head however they want. You know how it breaks down, especially if you have to hire somebody to help you. Always charge an assistant fee. That's something that I would tell anybody. So that's why I don't mind saying it like in front of everyone, but like, because you're splitting the labor. So you're not losing money, but you kind of are to split the labor. So if you have to, I always say like parties of, I think it's like 5 or more or 6 or more. 6 or, yeah, I could do 6 on my own. It's a long day, but my friend just did a wedding, my friend Beth. She did 12 people. She flew to Dallas and she did 12 people all on her own. She was like, I have the whole day. I was like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. That sounds awful. Yeah, she was like, girl. And I'm like, I told you. What did I tell you?
12 personalities, like, no.
No. That's what Anna says. That's where Anna goes. Now, see, for me, I'm thinking that's a lot of work, but then
No, 12 people like staring like
that and being on for that long. No, thank you. Woof. Okay, let's Let's go. They don't make this one anymore. This is the,
That one's my favorite.
I know, the Ethereal Eyes palette. I love this one. They don't make it anymore. That was,
One of those sparkles, like,
they fall apart. I know. So, oh,
I
sorry.
hate when they don't make them anymore.
I know.
And I think he was smart and he said it was limited edition
Yep.
from like day one. So it's like,
Yeah, he did.
we knew day one this wasn't gonna
Is that
last.
because it's expensive?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Or they only wanted to put. it
Mario,
in
can you tell us,
production.
please?
Yeah, is it because of the price?
I never knew his story until when he came forward about it, and I just think it's so amazing.
I'll have to read about it.
Yeah.
I love reading about people's stories.
Yeah. Open. All right, I think that's like right about where I want to go for now. I don't want to do anything too heavy because I want to keep it. I'm going to go over everything with some sparkle. But yeah, just working it in layers. Blending it out, always having a blending brush. Another way you can do that too is like grab a little translucent powder. And then if you find that you're having a little bit of issue, like softening something, but no hard lines. And then sometimes if you see, look straight ahead, if you see that like you want something to transition here, like between that color and then the lid, I use something that has like a little bit of iridescence to it. Just gonna grab this. And what iridescence or like shimmer, whatever does, it's kind of like a magic eraser. It just kind of blurs everything together. It's pretty amazing. And it just helps to blend. It's really subtle, but just like softens everything.
So you have one brush that you're using to apply the color. What's the other brush?
Yeah.
Blending?
Yeah.
And with the blending brush, do you have to like wipe it off? Like, does it get enough color on it to like, if you use the blending brush on other parts, transferring the color?
Sometimes, I mean, like it's pretty clean considering, but sometimes that's why it's good to just have like, I have like the paper towels here. I'll just kind of like rub it off here and then clean it or whatever, but it's like clean enough to still be a blending brush. Sometimes I have to get another one. It just depends, especially if you have a lot of pigment or if you have a different texture in here, like say you have a shimmer in here and I'm going in with a matte. It's like, I'm going to need something different. Yeah. And that might be something that you learn when you accidentally do it and you're like, I got to fix that because I've done that before. But okay, let's do.
Do you use like professional brushes, like the quality of the brush that makes a big difference, or could you use like a store-bought collection as opposed to like
As far as like
the brush quality?
What do you mean from store-bought?
So like if I go to Target, I can buy the Morphe brush.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you
the
know?
Morphe, some of those Morphe brushes are great.
Yeah, and they are. But then there's the brush sets from the makeup artists that are like $200 for the set. Do you find that there is a really big difference or no?
I haven't tried, like there's, what is it, BK Beauty, like that one. And then I know that Katie Jane Hughes did the Spectrum line. I know friends who have that, they got that sent to them and they love it. But I also know that a lot of them are white brushes, and like with white brushes, I mean, I'm lucky that these are, but a lot of them get stained. And then you can't, like, they don't look clean. Like they are clean, but they don't look clean. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sorry, I'm just taking like a pencil brush and just kind of contouring. I want it a little bit more contoured, just like on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm taking just this right here. But
And what motion are you doing for that right there? And it's like in the corner?
I'm actually just taking and then kind of like, it's almost like I'm creating a little
The
eyeliner in a sense, but concentrating that really deep color, just like on like that. I'm gonna blend it, but just open. And then how you see that there's more of that concentration just right there. But with brushes, I mean, you find what works for you. I have Smith Cosmetics brushes, which are, it's a sister run company out of Canada. They're amazing. That's what this is. This is my favorite brush. I have like 5 of them. This is the 112 from Smith. It's good for contour and just like powder or anything. It's such a beautiful brush, and they make beautiful brushes. But then I also have, I have Real Techniques brushes in here.
Every makeup artist I know I myself have 10 of those.
I love these
That
brushes.
one's at CVS for like $10 for a pack of 6.
What?
Isn't it? Like I bought like 6 of them like together, like on Amazon or CVS.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they
You need to send me that link.
I know, right? But like those Real Techniques brushes are great. I also think like it's how you take care of your brushes.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you like dry them with all the water running into it,
Yep.
you're gonna ruin the glue. But if you wash them, dry
And
them
wash
properly,
them.
like even like the mud brushes you guys have in your kit, those are really nice brushes.
Like I have this, it's a spot cleaner from Beauty So Clean. This is if I'm on set and I need to or if I'm doing a wedding and I go through my brushes and I know that I'm gonna need like an extra foundation brush and 2 people from now or something, I will clean that brush and then let it dry. So then when I need to use it, it's ready. But I shampoo my brushes after every use. I use Dr. Bronner's soap, which is great. You can get it at Whole Foods. You can get it like at any health food store. It's a clean soap. I use the lavender, which I really, really love. And it just I just swirl it, run it under water. Don't get water into the ferrule, which is what she was saying, like in here, because then that will loosen up the glue and then it will destroy your brush. I've actually lost quite a few Real Techniques brushes that way, like just with
I have a lot of MAC brushes like that.
MAC too. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna go in. I'm gonna go in with some shimmer because why not? And then we'll probably go over it with the Urban Decay stuff. Just gonna. I like to use my finger just because I like how it places the product down. And a lot of times you don't really get the same payoff as with a brush. And
I feel like Charlotte Tilbury's the one that made that okay, right?
Maybe, yeah.
She was the one that was like, use your fingers.
But I'm also really loving shimmer on the brow bone, which I never thought. I'm eating my words. It's like, it's 80s or it's nice. I don't like it, but now I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. Open like that's. But we're gonna amp it up too. So, but yeah, just take care of your brushes, and like I said, finding what you like to use. I have 2 brushes from the brand Rodial, and I love them, but I only have those 2 brushes, right? And then I feel like it's always a constant of all right, what do I need more of? What do I use all the time? What can I? And then I'm actually gonna go in with a liner, I think. We're just gonna do. I'm gonna do a pencil liner. I have kind of a hate relationship with liquid liner, I'll be honest. I don't love it. I prefer pencil. I like everything being really soft. But at the same time, there's a time and a place for a wing liner. Just don't ask me to do it, please. Because I'm not that good at it. Where is my pencil? Maybe we'll just use brown. Oh, it's down here. That's why. It's just a black pencil. And even with this, I'm going to take a brush. I'm going to take this really tiny brush, and I'm just going to, I'm going through a phase right now where I want everything really, really soft. I'm just kind of going over like that outer. Kind of going out in a wing, but keeping it really soft. Okay. I lost you guys, or is everyone good?
That was great.
Okay. Soften that a bit. Just gonna grab a Q-tip.
Is the Q-tip for blending more?
Yeah. So what actually happened here is that this got a little bit bigger than I expected, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna work with it. Because sometimes that's what you gotta do. And it looks, I mean, you can still work with it, still works. Because we're gonna go over it anyway. Let's try. Ooh, do we like that? Yeah. Or, ooh,
Top
the
one.
top one, right? Yeah.
With her skin tone. Top
Right?
one.
Yeah. Thanks. Team effort. So I could just like apply this on, but like really no good way to. So I'm just gonna grab it on the back of my hand and then take a flat brush.
Is it liquid?
It kind of is, yeah. Let's see. Real close. Hold on. Let's see if maybe I can do this. Because when I use it, I the one that I have at home, I used directly on my eye, but I don't really do. It looks more open, looks more wet, right? Is there any difference?
It doesn't look like it has a high color payoff right now.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
it needs more, like more. of
Well, we're
something.
gonna do the other eye, and then we're just gonna keep going. Because sometimes that happens. Sometimes you try something, and it doesn't always work. Yeah, it's just kind of, we got more color payoff with the Makeup by Mario. I'm trying to get more out, but it's like this weird component. I don't know. Get this. Oh. So this is what I have to do. Look at that. There we go. Yay. Okay. But it still feels like we lost a little bit of dimension, so I'm just going to go back in with actually no. Grab the Mario palette again. And this is the thing, like you can just kind of like work in layers, work in stages, see like what, you know, see where things go. As far as, you know, if you put something on and it doesn't work, like just work with it. Like, you know, you can blend it out or you can make it work for you. You can tweak it. There's lots of things that you can do.
How much time do you usually take on a full face?
For the trial, I take at least an hour and a half. But then by the what's it called? By the wedding day, it's like an hour. I usually don't need it because we know what we're doing, but it gives the bride time to like sit in the chair, have a moment to herself. And I always say to her, I was like, this is the only time you're going to get a moment to yourself the whole day. So like, if you want to close your eyes and not talk to me, do it. Because it's the one time you have, you know, before the chaos.
Do you often book brides without booking a trial first?
I try not to.
Okay.
Unless it's destination.
Yeah.
Like if it's destination, then I'll try and arrive like a few days before, and then we do her makeup for like her rehearsal dinner or something like that.
Do they pay for your flight?
Mhm. And accommodations and services.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a wedding in Puerto Rico. This was like a while ago. And she paid for mine and my mom came with me. So my mom just paid for her own flight
Yeah.
and then stayed in the room with me, and it was really great.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, let's do, where is my eyelash curler? See, I'm in the middle of organizing my kit right now, so there's something like where I don't know where certain things are.
Is that the C curl or whatever, the new one?
This one?
Yeah.
No, this is
Okay.
Tweezerman.
Oh, Tweezerman. Okay.
Yeah. I always tell everyone invest in your tools, especially in an eyelash curler. You do not want to go in and clip off someone's eyelashes. I've seen it happen with a cheap eyelash curler. I haven't done it. Thank goodness. But with this, like all you invest in it first. So yeah, like it's $30 or whatever, but then all you're doing is replacing the silicone pads. If you take care of it, like I've had this thing for years. Look down for me. What I always like to do is get in there and then I'll lightly clamp down. I say, is that okay? Okay. I haven't lost anyone yet. Fingers crossed. And then sometimes too, is that okay? Sometimes too, like with the eyes, I'll like the way the eyes are looking, but then I like to do the rest of the face. And then if I need to tweak anything, you can always go back. But like right where it's at is good, but we might need to add a little bit more once her face is done. And I will stop talking so much so we can get through it.
That really works. I can like see from here.
Sorry?
I can see the curl. Like.
Oh yeah, her lashes are amazing. These are from Artist Kit Company. These are great. These are little mascara ones. I do have the regular ones too. This is kind of like my little toolkit. I love this thing. I got this off of Amazon, but I have like lots of different sizes of Q-tips. We've got these disposable right here, these disposable makeup wands. This in here is lash glue. There's a lash tweezer and then a regular tweezer and then a lash curler and scissors and then non-latex glue, which is always good to have in case you have someone who has a latex allergy. And then these little things, I should pull these out because I might need them. These are actually, my friend Maria recommended these to me. She's a makeup artist in New York City. They're actually little like flossy things. Yeah. But you can brush through your lashes. And she does a lot of macro work, like lash macro work. And I was like, okay, tell me your secrets, please. And she was like, get these. And you can get them on Amazon for like 100 of them or something for like $5. And they're great.
That's so smart.
And you can comb through the lashes. Yeah. Because I don't know about you guys, but mascara always clumps on me. Like on clients, I'm like it doesn't matter whether it's clean, whether it's fresh, whether I've had it in my kit for a few weeks, it just doesn't matter.
When you use false lashes, do you still use mascara?
I do. I'm gonna put lashes on her, but I always like to. I've tried it without. This is Jet from Tower 28. This is one of my favorite black mascaras. I've tried it without putting the mascara on, but I usually inevitably see the lash underneath because it's like they're not as dark as the lashes.
And does that mascara stay put all day?
It does. This one's pretty good about staying put all day. Because we're not really, it doesn't really need to stay put all day. I'm not using my waterproof, but if I was, I would be using this, the lash. This is the false lash effect from Max Factor. This is waterproof.
Okay.
But this is actually, this has good longevity. This is never smeared on me, and I've worn both the black and the brown
Where do you get Max Factor?
overseas, or you can order it online.
Okay.
Yeah. I know the Max Factor mascaras are like some of my favorites, and you can't get them here. So every time I go, like my stepsister lives in England. Every time I go to England, I literally went to Germany to visit family, and I bought like 6 tubes of mascara.
We're gonna send you with money next
I
time.
know my husband was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I can't get this in the States. Like, what do you think?" So down for me. If you need a link, you totally can.
How do you prevent the mascara from transferring to your under eyes on the bottom lashes?
Use a really good formula, and that's what the trial is for as well, because everybody's different. And a lot of times, I mean, I'll use a waterproof formula, like if I'm doing bridesmaids or whatever, But if I have a bride who says, oh, it transferred on me, then I know not to use that mascara the next time, even if it is a waterproof formula. So I'll try something different.
Trial and error.
Some of it is trial and error because everybody is different. Like people can react to certain things that no one else reacts to. Like you can have something in your kit that is like your tried and true. You use it, it always works. And then you have someone sit in your chair and you're like, do I know how to do makeup? Because this isn't working. Like, I don't know why this isn't working because it's always worked. But it's just one of those things where you kind of take it case by case and then with the trial, that's what the trial is for. I had a bride who her fiance was in the next room and we did her entire trial and then she washed her face because she didn't want him to see the makeup. I was like, he's not going to remember what you look like. Sorry. But like, I was like, the reason we're doing the trial so you can see how the makeup wears. Like, why did you just wash it off? What are you doing? She's like, I love it. I'll be right back. And then she came back and it was gone. I was like, she's like, oh, I just don't want him to see it. I was like, okay, whatever you say.
Well, they can't tell the difference from natural.
That's what I mean. Come on, right? Also, if a bride says, do you think I should wear a red lip? And she doesn't wear a red lip all the time, I would be like, do you wear it all the time? No, but I feel like I should. Why? You know, like find out why. Because this is the thing. She's going to look back on her pictures. She's not going to look like herself. Unless red is like her thing. I have a friend who wears wigs. Red lipstick is her thing, Satya. And hi, Satya. If she didn't wear red lipstick, it would probably be like, why is she not wearing red lipstick? That's her thing, you know, or if someone always does a cat eye or something like that's their signature. I say we embrace that, you know, but if they feel like they need to, or if it's like a vibe, maybe if they're going like for a 40s vibe or something, but even then I'd be like, why don't we put red on for the party? Like we'll do regular, like nude for the ceremony and then we'll do red for the party, which is probably what I should have done in retrospect, but that's fine.
I like your lip color.
Thank you. It's a mixture of a cool tone lipstick and a warm toned lip liner. I like to mix tones. It kind of makes it a little more dynamic and it gives it, people go, what is that lipstick color you're wearing? And usually it's like, okay, it's this liner and then this liner and then this lipstick and that lipstick. I'm like, can we just normalize like using 5 products for the lip? Because
what's makeup by Megan something? She's like a MAC Canadian artist.
oh, I don't know who that is.
I don't want a lip liner. I want a lip combo. That's what I do.
Oh, that's cute.
To like do her lips. It's so funny.
I love what we learned like with the Marilyn Monroe makeup. I do.
Oh, what'd you guys learn?
Layer. Like
Oh.
the Aldridge video, I can send you.
Oh, yeah.
It made
Also,
my-
her makeup artist was a genius.
They made my lips look so cool.
You also like overline, which like a lot of people don't do because it looks great on film or on like a selfie, but up close you might look a little made up extra. Yeah.
Yeah, I was practicing for the and it was like, whoa, look at these lips.
Even doing a little overline on the Cupid's bow,
That's what
which
I
I'll probably
did.
do on her, and then bring a little overline. I have to overline because my one lip is lower than the other, and if I want it to look uniform, then I have to overline more like on this side. But even overlining a little bit, it just gives you like that.
Yeah.
It looks good. Yeah.
I always
Okay.
overline.
Do you?
Always.
Yay. Okay. I'm just gonna do lashes really quick. I don't normally do strip lashes, but I found these lashes. Where are they? There. I figure in the interest of time, because not taking long enough. What is this yawning? Am I boring you? I'm kidding.
I have like a crazy humor story, so I'll upload it next week.
Why don't you tell it while we're on YouTube Live? Just kidding.
Do you want to hear my like crazy story?
I mean, yeah,
Don't
just
start to
everybody,
believe in like God or the universe or miracles.
really quick. I'm gonna use these lashes. I'm probably gonna cut them, but I'm gonna do that while she's talking.
So I'm gonna make this a short story. You're gonna go on an emotional roller coaster, but I promise it ends with a happy ending. I get a call from my father Saturday at 11 a.m. and just says, Amy's gone. Amy's their new 4-year-old dog that they adopted 2 months ago. Amy's gone. I'm like, what do you mean Amy's gone? They're like, she got snatched by a coyote in the backyard this morning and she's gone. And I was like, tears.
Oh my God, I would have been
In
sobbing.
tears all day. Yesterday at 6 o'clock, my parents get a knock on their door and they're like, is this your dog? She got grabbed by a coyote, was gone all day and all night. She must have like ran and hid somewhere and somebody found her, not a scratch on her. So I was over at my parents' house last night, like 10, just like holding this dog like, you're a miracle. You're like a little miracle and a fighter, and she's super cute, but she must be mean, man.
Should be.
Like,
I have a little
that girl
French.
got away.
I have a little
She didn't
French
taste good.
bulldog.
She's like 18 pounds. I'm like, what kind of like monster?
Also, get her a coyote vest. Don't they have one?
I mean,
Oh, I've never heard of that. but I have a
They're
little French
amazing. You
bulldog.
ever see the little dogs with the vests on that have the spikes?
Oh my god.
so yeah, but that's why I'm yawning today, because I'm like, I was up later than I should be, because I just kept staring at this dog like, how did, like, I wish there was like a little camera on her to be like, what happened to you in the last 36 hours? Like, so yeah,
You're gonna get her a little bill cam.
I swear to God, I'm like, I just need to
So
get like a
funny.
pet psychic that can like read her mind and be like, tell me her story.
I
I want to hear about the coyote. That's what I would
I
want to
like
hear
the
about.
spike jacket idea.
They're like $100 on Amazon. They look absurd.
They do, but they save
I'm
save
sure
lives.
They work, yeah.
What's the brand of lashes?
Ardell?
It is.
I
Okay,
think
I
it's
No,
like it.
Kiss.
Layer it with a zapper.
Something, right?
Kiss
You worked with-
lashes.
Which one did you work with, Kiss?
I did.
You did work with Kiss?
Yeah, I did some beauty work with them. It's really fun. All right, look down for me. Just doing like a little kind of like half lash.
Yeah, I love the half lashes.
Yeah. Just because. Open? How's that feel?
Just good.
It's okay? Good. Look down. I really love these because you can like get in there and like squeeze. Also Murphy's Law because this one went on so well. The other one's gonna be a little brat. Open for me. Okay. Ooh, yes. We love that. Love a little flutter. I don't know. Sometimes I usually do individuals on my brides, but I've been really loving the way these look though. I don't know. It's like you can always cut them up
Are
and
you using more than half of it, or?
down. Yeah. Probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 maybe. 5 little clusters.
I feel like the strips are coming back again.
That, and then I feel like making, I don't know, the under lashes I do like. I tend to do those like for my brides too underneath. And there's a brand, it's called Silly George or something. I found them on Instagram, but they have brown ones that go underneath. And I just need someone to make a really good waterproof brown mascara, please. So then I can use brown lashes on my brides. Thanks.
What if you cry? Would those stay on?
They should, just don't do this.
Okay.
Always dab, don't
Okay.
wipe. I always tell my brides, dab, don't wipe.
Okay.
Yeah. Or my bridesmaids, or if you're like me, just like anytime.
Yeah.
Whenever the bride walks down the aisle, I'm always like, I'm like a mess, always. It doesn't matter. I did my makeup from our friends Michaela and James when they got married in the Dominican. This was a while ago. Down. Yeah. And I was with them the whole day. We were at this like little villa that they rented out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with them the whole day. I did her makeup, and then we're all like hanging out before the ceremony. It's all super casual. It's like in the yard. And then we sit down, and then I turn around to Michaela's, and I just like start sobbing. I was like, what is wrong with me? It's because it's just such a special moment, Yeah.
I've learned from Real Housewives.
I love you.
Potomac. Candace, she makes a triangle.
Yeah. The triangle.
She'll never have her flipping.
What's this?
Her like thing is when she starts to like get emotional and she's like all into it. She'll take a napkin and make like the world's pointiest triangle.
That's what does she do the whole like like that? Yeah.
Very like
I love it.
very big.
But it was
What's her name?
Candace.
Shout out to Candace. I love Candace. I'm gonna use that with my brides from now. I'm like, so you guys know Candace from Real Housewives? Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
She's gonna be on Traders. The next Traders, yeah.
I love that show.
Should I know what Traders is?
I know.
Sorry.
Gee.
I know.
That's
really
good.
I'm sorry. I just finished Righteous Gemstones, which is
Oh, that's funny.
oh my god, which is hilarious. But
Okay,
okay, what?
Traders you have to watch solely for Alan Cummings.
For his
Oh,
outfit.
that's right. That's his show. I love him. what is it's reality though, right?
It's like a reality. It's like
Can't
mafia.
do it.
Mafia.
Oh
Oh,
my
God. And if you're like us garbage people that love reality, it's like
Also,
Olympics.
we know this. Don't do this.
And
Don't do that. Do this.
so cute.
Yeah.
I still find myself wanting to do. I'm like, dude, that's gross. You blowing on her lash. You put it on her on her eye. No, thank you. Okay. I swear it's gonna go faster after this. Eyes always take the longest. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So traders, huh? What is traders about? Do they trade stuff?
It's that game like Mafia where like there's people killing other people to knock them out of the game and then everybody else trying to figure out who the killers are.
Like killing or like killing?
No, like there's
I know. I'm
people, like,
kidding. I'm kidding.
They're in
The murder
a
mystery,
castle in
kind
Scotland and they have these
Oh,
challenges.
And of course, Alan Cummings from.
He's fantastic.
I
Great.
gotta watch these shows.
Next
Does it
time
feel-
you get
is it okay?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
always looking for something good.
So her lashes are straightening out a little bit. So we're going to use this little guy. And basically what this does is this is like an individual lash curler. I'm just going to get in there and we're going to clamp the lashes open. Is it okay?
Mhm.
And they tend to just kind of like.
You were able to get the natural lashes separated from the strip to clamp it, or did you
Yeah, I
put
just
them
went.
together?
I went in between,
Nice.
and then I just clamping them together. And having something like this that's really small is good because it just gives you more control. You're not going in with like the big honking thing and they're like, oh God. And then you're working around the lash and like trying to get in there. Does everything feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Jeannie, how do you
Where did I get it? I think Amazon. Isn't that genius? They have one too that is like this. It's like this, but it's littler.
I don't like.
But that one you can't, like that one, this is just easier to maneuver. You can just kind of go in. Someone said my name. Over
I'm
here.
just curious how, you know how sometimes you see the white glue
Yes.
and it won't go away?
Yes.
There's like a spot. What do you do in that case?
I don't use white glue. I use dark glue.
I was gonna say, I use black, yeah.
Even when it dries shiny. Like you can still see it sometimes, and my brain will fixate on it. It'll be like, oh my God, I can see the little tiny speck of glue that no one else can see because I'm, you know.
What is that clamper called again?
What?
What did you call that clamper?
I guess like a little mini eyelash curler. Yeah, it's just like a, but this one, yeah, and then it comes with a little pad. I think it comes with a little pad that you can replace it with.
Okay.
But I don't use it very much. But when I like having it, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I have this. It's
What
great.
did you use it for?
To because her regular lashes were starting to straighten out a little bit, and then the kiss lashes that I was putting on have that like flare to them, so I just clamped. And what that does, it also because they're still drying, the glue will help, and it just kind of helps the under lashes adhere. Another reason why doing lashes underneath is nicer because then you don't see anything, but it's also just a little more labor intensive. I do that on my brides, but for this we don't. Because you guys can't really see anyway, so it's like, I don't need to do that. Let's just keep it easy. Taking a little bit of more Bioderma. Got for me? We're gonna clean up.
Oh, you're cleaning up because of the eyeshadow. And
Yeah, but honestly, there wasn't really, well, there was a little bit
stuff. Yeah.
that you can't even see to the naked eye. And then I'll do lower mascara after I do concealer and everything.
Did you go back in with any of the cream or anything? Or
If she was super dry, I'd say yes,
Okay.
but I don't want to put more on and
Yeah.
have it be like kind of build up.
Yeah.
So, oh, those lashes look really nice. Sorry.
I love the corner.
I'm a hype woman too, so I will. If you sit in my chair, I will hype you up.
Partial eyelash curler.
Partial eyelash curler. There we go. I'm gonna take a sip.
Or corner eyelash curler.
Oh yeah. Okay. Skin's happy. Sorry, my hands are cold.
No, they feel good.
I'm gonna do a little bit of underpainting because I've been loving that lately. And let's mix dark and medium. That's what we'll do. This is the bronzing serum from Makeup by Mario. I love it because it's super like goof proof. It's really sheer. His complexion products are just like they work for pros and they work for consumers in the sense that they're really easy to use. Like, especially his bronzing products, whether you get them in like the pot or you get them like with a liquid, they're easy to blend out. They're just really forgivable. And that's what I love about them. And also it's good because, especially if you have someone who wants to do a little less of, like wants to go more natural, but you still want to underpaint to give that skin dimension, like you can really sheer this out. So I'm just hitting, I would say hitting. I don't know.
Is this contouring or foundation?
What is underpainting, Jeannie?
Yes.
Underpainting is essentially like you're creating the dimension from underneath. So there's less that I have to put on top of the foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of this. I could do blush as well. I tend to only really do one or the other. I'll either do blush or bronzer because I find it's harder when you're underpainting with bronzer and blush and then putting foundation on top of it or whatever it is on top of it. It can get a little muddy. It's just harder to work around. Personally, there are people who do it really, really well, but for me, it's just better to do this. I like to do it with the sculpting because it brings the dimension to the face, like even before.
Looks so good already.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, and her skin's amazing too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so then there's less, so it's not like, it just gives you like that illusion and it looks like it's underneath. And I like to do it too with blush that's really, really strong. Like say you have a really bright pink blush, but you're like, you're more fair. Put that on really sheer and then put your foundation over it and it'll like mute it out, but it'll still give you that like flush. So you can still wear it. So I'm just hitting the top of her cheek right here. I mean, if you think about it, like I guess highlighter would go here and you could do contour underneath, but it's bronzing and sculpting. The thing I love about these also is they're more neutral. So they're not super warm and they're not super cool, but they still give you that dimension. And always with contour, like bringing it up like behind the ear. You will also want to make sure it's super blended out if she's wearing her hair back, like super, super blended out. You don't want any harsh lines. You want it blended out anyway, but.
And do you go all the way under the front of the chin and everything?
I'll usually stop it like right there,
Okay.
just because I don't want like that can get kind of beardy, like if it gets a little. But if someone has a little more like of a double, I will do that just to sculpt them.
Under here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it's really nice for photos too. And if you blend it out, you make it really soft, it will work. We're just gonna. So with contouring, I learned this from Danessa Myers because I watched a video that she did like last week with Kathleen Lights or something. Shout out to them. She talks about how there's a ridge on your forehead, and then when you go when the ridge stops, that's where you stop your contour.
Oh.
How genius is that? Can't take the credit for it. Just kind of following that. I tend to really and then another thing I'll do, I'll pinch this and then pull. And that kind of extends that eye look. Yeah.
Like, do you blend that or you just leave that?
I'm going to blend that. I'm going to tap over with
you're gonna
foundation.
go over with foundation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like the same idea of the three, but not I just feel like the three doesn't work for everybody. You just have to kind of look at the face. It's like, you have the most amazing cheekbones, by the way. I would still sculpt your cheekbones, but I wouldn't really have to work very hard, which is great. So I'll probably go lighter because you already have that natural contour. So, and then also making sure this is blended. So then that's half the battle. Okay.
Girl, where you going after this?
Yeah,
To pick up my daughter.
Oh, she's gonna love it. How old is she?
9.
Oh my goodness. What's her name?
Alina.
Alina.
I love that name.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna do my something that I like, one of my favorite mixes. I like to take the Armani. Thank you. Goodness, I've been talking a lot today. Sorry, guys. This is number 9, but I mean, she's not number 9. I mix things, especially when it comes to foundation. I always mix. I mean, she's not quite there, but we're gonna use a little of that. And then because this is like kind of luminous and really like satiny, I like to mix it for longevity with something like, I might do a little bit, but like the Anastasia, this is a matte formula. So this is going to give me the longevity, but this is going to give me the glow. So sometimes I'll mix this with like Dior.
You would
Face
do
and
that
body.
like on a wedding, on a bride.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't just, I mean, I like to kind of cocktail, if that makes any
Okay.
sense. Because I should have matched her before we started. You're going to be matching right along with me. So leave that out. But yeah, it just kind of, you can use just one, you know, you can use like 2 shades of the same one, but this is a combination that I've really been loving. This probably won't match. It's pretty close. It's a little deep. I'm matching her neck. That's why, because I like to bring it down for the wedding day. It's a little deep. We'll add a little bit more 4. This is 4W.
And that's a foundation.
It is, yes. And like, you don't have to be exact, you know, if you can, especially if you're going a little bit more sheer, just be like as close as you can so you're not like obsessing over it like I might.
Yeah.
So when it goes on her face, it might look a little weird at first because it's going to be a little bit deeper than her face, but remember to just also trust the process. Okay, I'm going to take this little brush from Ilia and like I'm loading up the brush, but as you can see, it's like I'm just kind of like packing it in the bristles, and then we can go really, really sheer, and you can always build. I'm not like of the like where it's just like and then blending it out, because then you're just depositing way too much product. I see a lot of like paint by numbers makeup. It's just like, it's not, you gotta kind of, there's a finesse to it that I'm always trying to achieve. Not saying I have achieved it, but
What about airbrush makeup compared to what you're doing right now?
airbrush makeup is great. I feel like your face ate that contour. Am I crazy? I'm gonna go back in with it a little bit. Sorry. I used to use airbrush.
And then
I hated cleaning the gun.
like time.
Ugh, yeah. And then like I had one, and then I stopped using it, and then I went to use it again, and it was clogged, and I was like, I'm done with this.
That happens. I'm a cake separator, and your airbrush always gets clogged.
Yeah. Okay. And then sometimes I'll also tap it here.
Yeah.
It's just like,
To get some more.
yeah. But loading up the bristles is something that's kind of like with my creams and stuff. I like to do that. And then I will tap off if I'm doing like a cheek product. So then people are like, oh, it's a waste. It's like, yes, but I'd rather have it be wasteful than me put something on someone's face and it's way too much, and then you have to fight against it. Like, and then kind of bringing whatever's left on the brush down the neck. Just a little.
What if it's like my dress is like, sweetheart cut? Do you go down lower to the décolleté or?
I had a sweetheart neckline dress, and I think she just went down my neck.
Okay.
Yeah. I also do a little body makeup too. And sometimes, I'll have like an extra brush just to kind of
Blend.
Yeah. But then also like working around the contour, and then like you can see here how it just kind of like.
So you don't go on top of it, you kind of just go around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go on top of it.
Yeah, a little bit. Her eyelids
Ooh.
so good.
And then I'm gonna leave this for concealer. I love that you're picking your daughter after this. Sorry, I gotta stand in front of her for just this one thing.
How do you prevent glasses from ruining? Like what you it just happens.
Just happens. I have permanent indentations and like little red. It's the worst. That's what I need to figure out, and then I'll be the world's richest woman. I always used to say, if I can make a stiletto feel like a Nike, I would be the richest woman on the planet. And then that's the second thing, right? Anyone that says that heels are comfortable is lying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think it has to do with our makeup. I think it has to do with what these are made out of.
I think so too. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have the little pads though, and I have the same problem.
I feel
So-
like a pad, yeah. Like my prescription glasses have the pads, but my sunglasses don't.
Yeah, I have the lowest heels for my.
How's this looking?
Yeah,
Well,
great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it
Because
looks,
like seeing it from the side is hard. I'm trying to get.
it looks really good.
How do you prevent the makeup from oxidizing, like turning too orange, for example? Like with this?
It's all about skin prep, and it's all about certain products. There's certain products that. Yeah.
So once you set it, it should be good.
Yes.
Like it shouldn't turn.
Yeah.
What are like your skin product with must-haves?
That's like I feel like that's a $1 million question. The radiance pads.
Okay.
I love those so much.
I'm gonna get those. Today.
Let's think. I don't want to do next concealer. I'm trying to like talk and work at the same time.
What is that sugar cube you have in there? Is that just
This is every single face. This is a sunscreen. This is great. It's great for like men's grooming. It's great for kids.
Okay.
Skin must-haves. I'm always looking. One of my favorites, really expensive. There's the Sisley Black Rose Cream. That is like plumping and like lends a lot of radiance to the skin. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm really loving essences at the moment.
And what brand is that for concealer?
Tower 28. This is my ride or die concealer.
Okay.
I love it so
Tower
much.
28.
What else? Gosh.
You said that was a clean version of like NARS.
Essentially. No offense, NARS, but it's also local. Amy Liu, who's the founder, she lives in the Palisades. So, and she's super nice. And it's like Asian American female run. I'm like, thumbs up
Yeah.
all around, right? Like, I'm always going to promote a female run business.
Yeah.
All right, let's just let's go a little bit deeper. Okay.
How much lighter should the concealer be compared to your foundation?
I think it's all personal preference. I know some people who really love to be
White.
super light under their eyes.
Yeah.
I like to bring light to the middle of the face, but I don't like to go. Yeah, probably about that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's, like I said, I'm not like super full glam,
Yeah.
but we also want to make sure that we're brightening. And I'm gonna set with some powder, like some
Mm-hmm.
banana powder as well.
Mhm.
So
Do you have to use concealer like for the whole look, or
concealer?
yeah, like what you're using?
No,
Okay.
There's
I
no
feel
rules.
Like, I feel like
there's absolutely no rules.
I don't love that look, like the bright under the eyes.
Yeah. There we go. So I'm going a little bit brighter.
Even though yours looks really good.
I was like, what you trying to say?
I know.
No, I'm kidding. That's the thing about makeup though. Like it's all like, it's It's all relative. Like, go get that. And then also sometimes I find like I can use one shade of concealer, but sometimes I need to mix.
Yeah.
And there's obviously like two really big differences between these, but I don't have anything in between them. But this is like, this has the yellow in it that I want. And it's like, it's right about her shade-ish, but I want to brighten it just a little bit. So I'm adding this. Color theory. And I'm, like I said, I'm always learning when it comes to that stuff. Sometimes you'll put something on and you're like, that doesn't work. And you just got to try something lighter or try something, darker or whatever. And again, that's what, I feel like that's what the trial is for as well. And then another thing I like to do, I don't know if you noticed, I like to bring, and that kind of gives like that snatched kind of lifted effect.
And that's what you do the same thing with bronzer, right? The bronzer and the concealer at that corner of the eye, kind of.
Well, yeah, because the bronzer is right here.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, so that kind of, that creates that,
Yeah. It's
like that highlight, right? Yeah, to give that dimension to the face, but it's really subtle. Now, if we were talking about like stage, like, we would make it obviously more pronounced. I like to do a little bit on the chin. And then right here. And then I'll usually just kind of see where I need to pinpoint with where, like maybe where I may have missed with the foundation. But this is kind of where you go into, this is what I should have done. Okay. There we go. Now,
Jeannie, how much do you feel like you learned in school versus like on the job?
I mean, like I said, school taught me to be brave. Like, just as far as like, I wanted to learn how to do makeup on other people. This was in the rise of YouTube, when YouTube first came out and everyone was just doing makeup on their own faces. Like, anybody can do makeup on their own face. It's not scary, right? Like, you can sit there for 2 hours and do makeup on it. But like, when you have someone in your chair, I will say though, I freelance for Mac, and that teaches you at like on Michigan Avenue, and literally it was just an influx of people in the chair, like in the, and like I'm looking at faces I've never looked at. And it's like, you got to do a full face. Okay. Like that's like that trial by fire. And then also like assisting and like learning how to be speedy. It's just experience is obviously going to teach you the most, but school taught me sanitation and all that stuff, just the fundamentals, and it just taught me like, the fundamentals. But we didn't have as much like YouTube University back then as we do now. But at the same time, you got to be careful who you learn from. So
I do think also like watching YouTube for 40 hours a week for 6 months doesn't teach you anything. It teaches you how to like know how to do it, but there's a difference between like knowing how to do something and a muscle memory of like actually doing it, right?
Mhm.
So that's why I think like just start doing it.
So I'm just setting her with a brush first. This is Banana from Tower 28.
And that's just what, a powder?
Just a pressed powder, yeah.
Pressed powder. So you wouldn't do like a clear setting?
Sometimes I do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right now I'm not really feeling it. So, and then what I do like to do, powder puff. A little bit of baby baking. And then we're gonna wipe that off, but like that also helps to brighten too.
And baking is what exactly?
Baking is just like, you can really take like a loose powder and really get in there. You can do it with a damn beauty blender. You can do it with a powder puff. But I call this baby baking because it's just, I take it right off, and you can just leave it there.
That's just like.
She also doesn't really have a lot of lines underneath,
Yeah.
so I can do it on her. Pat McGrath makes this. I don't make it anymore. This, you can bake with this on anybody, and it will stay. And of course, they don't make it anymore. Thanks, Pat. Yeah. Then we're gonna go, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more, now we're gonna go in with powders. So now I've got everything kind of like laid down. Actually, no, let's do the under eye first. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. Let's do a little bit more mascara. And actually we'll also do a little bit of shadow. Okay. I'm just gonna take a little bitty brush. I'm just gonna create like a hint of a shadow.
So when you say you're not like full glam, what does that mean exactly?
I mean, this is a pretty glam look,
Yeah,
I'd say.
I know. I was like, are you talking like you're not going like?
I just mean like in the sense of like using really heavy,
Like drag queen style.
I mean, I wouldn't really call it drag queen.
Like heavy glam.
Yeah. But I guess it's all relative, right? Because this is a glam, but it's just, and there is like contouring and everything, and obviously the glam, like there's like a sheen on the lid and all that, but to me it still very much looks like her in a lot of, you know, and that's like.
Yeah, it just looks more natural.
Just a hint underneath there. We're not like smoking everything out. We're not going in with liner. We're not. But there has to be some level of layering and glam, if you want to say it, for the wedding day because of longevity.
Yeah.
Just because you need that, you know. She has these ridiculous. Ooh, of course I just messed that up. Ridiculous long lashes. Is there a musical next door?
He plays music for the facials. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Have you modeled before? You're like
Oh my god, thank you.
still a stone. My God. Especially this. I know it's like super tickly. And then one thing I've learned with mascara that's transferred, leave it. Let it dry. And then you can just kind of flick it off. I'm so impatient that I want to remove it now, but I'm not going to do that. So
Don't smudge it.
another Makeup by Mario product, medium. This is the Soft Sculpt. Love this. What I like to do is I'll just swirl it. Like,
Is it like a bronzer?
yeah. We'll just kind of. Yeah.
So basically, you're going over your cream bronzer.
Mm-hmm. And this is just mostly for like longevity.
Yeah.
Nose contour, I don't hate anymore, actually. I used to, but I feel like if you do it in a really subtle way, in a really soft way, it works. Just don't do the penis. Don't do the penis nose, please.
No,
Don't do the penis nose.
I saw that.
It does work for photos.
What is it exactly?
It's like, and then you do the little
Yeah.
like don't.
The highlight?
Yeah, and then like the contour here, like, I mean, and then like because I have this big fat Italian nose, right? And I never thought it would work on me. And then I remember I just took the bronzer one time and I kind of just ran it on like either side of my nose, and I was like, that works. Who knew? I'm learning something new every day.
Judy, I'm giving you 6 minutes.
Thank you. I thought you said I had plenty of time.
I mean, look at Brisbane. You're chatty today.
I am chatty today.
I think we're asking a lot of questions.
It's fine. No, I love it.
All right, we're gonna do a lip, and then I'm gonna what am I saying? And then I'm gonna do the cheek, and then we'll be done. I promise.
Okay.
I think that's what I want. Okay. We're gonna do. Where is my sharpener?
We have 5 people watching right now.
Do I? Hi guys. It's exciting. Okay. We're just gonna do like a pretty nude. I like to go over the lips.
With powder.
Yeah. This is Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. Little overdraw on this beautiful Cupid's bow she has. I'm not going to talk anymore because apparently I've been too chatty. Just kidding.
So while she's finishing, for your assignment today, because we are going to do hands-on, you're not going to do like a whole glam face unless you want to. I'm going to give you guys 45 minutes to work on each other. And I want you to either focus on a flawless complexion application.
Yes.
You can try the underpainting, or just like, I want like perfect looking skin, or like a beautiful eye.
Okay.
So you don't do both because there's not a amount of time to do both today. So focus on one thing that you want to like really be like neurotic about. Okay? Let's see. So I'll put timing up on the board when we get done. Like a set of time, like look one, a little reset, break, and then I'll look two.
Okay.
I did also notice that your discussion today was due at 7:30 this morning, which is incorrect. So I made it due at 4. So if you didn't respond to something or you haven't done it yet, like, don't do it right this minute, but you have until 4:30 to.
From last week's look,
Or
right?
last week's look,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
It's always 1 week, yeah.
What have we got there? Yeah, that's really
It's
beautiful.
wherever walnut mixed with paint. Hold on. Paint my number from Tower 28. So it's 2 liners. I just did that right here and like just to give more contour to the top part of the lip. And then this is blush nude from Tom Ford. It's just like a pretty nude. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do a gloss and then her chicken buns on. Okay,
Are you getting married today?
Yeah. All you need is hair and you're done.
Right? I love the day I don't do my hair.
I know.
This is just like a nude balm from Sicily, but you can use anything. I just can't find. I packed. The thing with a nude, I like to give it a little bit of shine because they can look flat.
Yeah.
In real life, it looks good, I think, but in pictures, it just can look really flat.
Well, I like the like Preston Anastasia, like it has a little bit of glitter in it over the nude. It's so
Mhm.
pretty.
My blush, here we go. I like to do blush last because then I see like how the face looks and then I can kind of, this is a Deep Throat from NARS.
Their names.
I love it. A lot of times what I like to do too is match the tone of the lip to the tone of the cheek. So if I'm doing like a warm tone, like a peachy nude, I'll go like in with a peachy cheek.
Yeah.
And then like if I do more of like a cool mauve or something, I'll go in with like a cooler tone cheek. That is something I learned in makeup school and it just kind of makes sense to me. We could do a little here. Never too much blush. Oh yeah, that I like.
Would you do highlighter or no?
We can, but I don't think I have time. Do I have time?
So you take that.
Yeah, I have time.
Take that with
A little lot.
Let's do some. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's just do.
Yes. It's so nice.
The highlighter just makes it.
So why does it add so much?
It's just
I know it really
it
does.
really.
And then I am going to just. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. Just gonna do a little here.
And do you brush that off or no?
No, because I'm gonna set her.
Oh, okay.
And it'll melt in. Ready? Inhale, hold your breath. Ready?
And so for a real bride on that day, how many times would you spray that?
It just depends on how hot it is and if I remember. But yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Thanks for joining.
You and your little girl have to go somewhere together.